Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars, and we are so excited to bring you guys this one. It's another Prius. It's almost number 30. We're on number 29, and this one is really special. So aside from the fact that it's a 2007 with only 122,000 miles on it, and it's been extremely well maintained, we'll get to that as we walk around the vehicle. This is from northern Texas, so it still wears its Texas registration. And most importantly, I want to show you guys, as you know, if you're shopping for a Prius, these cars last as long as you keep them uncrashed and unrusted. It does not get any cleaner underneath than this. That is literally, I mean, every single nut and bolt here, as you can tell, has absolutely not even surface rust on it. I would say a 2021 model in Rochester has more to talk about underneath than this 2007, which is incredible. Now, the car does have some substantial cosmetic imperfections, so I do ask that you watch this whole video because I wouldn't want you to be surprised when you showed up. There are these little tiny dings. They're almost impossible to see unless you look just right, but there's little tiny dings, a few on the hood, like you could see one right there, and a decent amount on the roof. You got to look at just the right angle. I think you guys might be able to see them right now. They're like in here. And what those are from is either hail or walnuts. And it's unfortunate, but of course it doesn't affect the performance of the vehicle. Just wanted you to know so you weren't surprised when you got here, or even worse, surprised if you bought it and then washed it and noticed it like the next day kind of thing. So other than that, there's a little scuff in the front bumper right here. This is kind of a big deal if it matters to you. At one point in this car's life, it did have a pinstripe, which is like a vinyl sticker that runs along the car to give it some character. And at some point in the car's life, it was peeled and buffed, and it must have been like baked into the paint from the Texas sun, and it did leave like a little bit of a scar. So it doesn't look any worse than the pinstripe would have, you know, when it was on there. But of course, the other side doesn't have it. Apparently they buffed it off better on that side. A little bit of scuffs in the back. There's a little scuff right here on the bumper. This looks like somebody backed into the screw on a license plate on another car, and this was a protective clear film with like a design in it and a Prius logo that has done its job in protecting the bumper underneath it, but it's scratched up from like cargo and stuff like that. So those are the imperfections. Again, I'd want you guys to know about them. You can kind of probably see the dings on the roof right there. Again, not going to affect performance. If anything, maybe they'll help gas mileage because it's like a golf ball, and golf balls are aerodynamic, right? But of course, all kidding aside, I just wanted you guys to know about it. This is the back. Extremely clean carpet in the back here, and it's got the optional protector here. So with the tailgate closed, this protects your cargo. People can't see it and, you know, break in and steal something that they see. Has the optional cargo net. Inside the car is extremely clean as well. The only blemish to really note inside the car, there's a tiny little, I think at some point that was bubble gum or something. It's like you could feel it with your nail. I don't want to try too hard to get it out because I could damage the seat in the process, and it's not hurting anything. It's just a little stain there. Tiny bit of discoloration in the armrest. A tiny spot of discoloration in the headliner there. But other than that, perfect inside. Little bit of wear here from the heel. Not something I would consider you know, major. It's just from somebody's foot going back and forth between the brake and the gas, but it is there. I'd want you to know about it. Passenger seat is perfect. Passenger floor is perfect. The back appears to possibly have never been used. Seat is absolute perfection, as is the floor. Didn't take much reconditioning because, again, it's a Texas car. They don't have, you know, salt and snow and all that. It's a dry climate, so they don't really even track in, you know, dirty, wet feet. Something special to those of you who really know about Prius, the catalytic converter on these cars is a target for theft. They're worth over $1,500 on the black market. It's very unfortunate that people steal them from these cars, even in broad daylight in some areas in the country. So this is an aluminum shield here that's been professionally installed, and it protects your catalytic converter. It's easily removable if it ever needs service, but it's there to make sure that you don't come out one day, start your car, and hear an awful sound and then know that you're about $3,500 or $4,000 in the hole for the repair. So you know, that's there. That's a bonus. The vehicle, you should know, not sure this is going to matter to many people, but I'm trying to cover everything. It has the button on the steering wheel that indicates that it had navigation from the factory. Now, this is really common. This is the 4th Prius I've seen in a month with this exact situation. It's got a map button here, but it does not have a map button here. On a navigation Prius, this would be 3 buttons on each side instead of 2, and the one on the top right here would say map. What happens is these screens go bad, and they're very inexpensive on eBay, or, you know, wherever else you buy your used parts, but the one that has navigation is extremely expensive, and being that the vehicle's 15 years old, its navigation is not very useful anymore, so usually when these go bad, people replace them with units that don't have navigation. That has been done on this model. We do have a Prius in stock, same year as this one, or same style, that has the navigation, and really the only thing I find it nice for is because it tells you what road you're on. And shows you, you know, nearby streets. But again, it's on a 15-year delay. So do also note that the vehicle has 122,125 miles on it, which again is absurdly low for a 2007. It's got hot heat, cold air conditioning. Again, it does have Bluetooth here. I'll take you guys for a ride. Zoom out a little bit here. The vehicle drives every bit as good as it looks. I think I mentioned it has new-ish Bridgestone Ecopia tires, which are one of the most expensive tires you can buy for a Prius. They offer a smooth ride, but most importantly, they have low rolling resistance, so it's awesome for the gas mileage of the vehicle, which is, you know, what this car is all about. If driven properly, it'll get like 50 miles to the gallon. Of course, right now I am, you know, accelerating pretty hard. We're already going 58, 59 miles per hour, but, you know, as you can see, no hand on the steering wheel, and it drives perfectly straight. It brakes well, it corners well, it rides smooth. There are, you know, no bumps or, you know, aggressive feelings coming from it. It drives just as, you know, a low mileage, well cared for Prius should. So, my name's Drew. I'm one of the owners. You guys are more than welcome to reach out directly. It's at 585-771-0111. Or you can contact us as well through the website via text or email at www.pellicars.com. One more thing I will mention, if you want to be notified when we post more cars for sale, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We have another channel that's for, you know, repair stuff, tips, tricks, stuff like that. But this channel is just for sale videos, and you will be notified every time we post a car if you subscribe to it. We are Rochester's Prius dealer. There is nobody in Rochester that has more Prii, which is the official pluralization of Prius. Nobody has had more than us, other than, of course, the Toyota dealerships. We're at about 29 in the last 12 calendar months. So always check back if you're in the market for one of these awesome cars. And again, my name's Drew, 585-771-0111. Thanks.